Hello, relatives. My name is Robert Yellowhawk. I'm an enrolled tribal member with the Cheyenne River Sioux tribe, part of the Lakota Nation. I was asked to share a little bit about the men's Northern traditional style dance and regalia with you today. My Lakota name is Numpa Iyanke. It translates to, he has the strength of two people when he runs. I was honored with this name in high school when I was known for long distance running. It is my great-grandfather's brother's name, and I carry it with honor. I grew up in Rapid City, attended the public schools where I was introduced to the Ateapi program. Ateapi is translated to fatherhood. And the fatherhood project was focused on giving the youth cultural identity. So whenever I wasn't involved with after-school sports, I would attend the Ateapi program, where they taught me the Lakota values, the Lakota language, the Lakota sacred ceremonies, the Lakota sacred sites within the Haisapa, the sacred Black Hills. And very fortunate to take part in making of the powwow dance regalia and dancing at our community powwows here in Rapid City and the surrounding reservations. And also learning the traditional hand games as well as learning the Lakota hand game songs. So very blessed to be a student and to learn from those positive youth mentors. In high school, I noticed a lot of my classmates struggling academically, which made me want to come back and make a difference. After graduation, I applied to be a youth mentor for the Ateapi program. I started at North Middle School, mentoring youth, tutoring throughout the day, after school, implementing the cultural programming, and had an opportunity to work with the high school students as a youth mentor, helping to tutor and then implementing the Ateapi program lessons after school. Our program evaluator showed in 2012 a 33% success rate for Native students at the Central High School. Over the course of 4 years, the Ateapi staff helped the district and increase that Native American student graduation rate to 66%. So very proud to be a part of those numbers. 95% of our seniors that were enrolled with the Ateapi program graduated on time. Since being a mentor, I was asked to be a program director. With my experience, I led a group of 5 mentors, and that project was called the Ateapi We Chose Ani program. Ateapi is fatherhood, We Chose Ani is good health and wellness, and our focus was the middle school youth at that time. Since then, I am the business manager for Rural America Initiatives, handling the daily finance operations and continuing my work with Rural America Initiatives, youth and families. I was taught with the men's Northern traditional style dance and regalia that the Lakota warriors would perform this dance before battle would take place to hype them up, to get them ready for battle, and use this dance after a victory in battle as a celebration. Now we celebrate with this dance at our social gatherings we call wachipis, otherwise known as powwows. So we celebrate life and preservation of our Lakota heritage and bringing the young ones into the powwow circle, and to always be respectful when we're a part of that circle. The relatives will compete against one another in competition at those powwows to be crowned a world champion dancer for their category. Now this dance will represent the Northern Plains prairie chicken. In the springtime, the prairie chickens have their spring dance, where the male prairie chickens will battle one another by dancing in circles around one another, kicking up dirt, trying to show off their fancy footwork for the female prairie chickens. So that headpiece that I wear, call it peshaw, eagle feather bustle, and the Angora sheepskin around the ankles will represent that northern Plains prairie chicken. From head to toe, I wanted to go into explanation. The two head feathers you see come from the tail of an immature golden eagle. And those will represent two warriors looking out for one another in battle. The headpiece is called a payshawl. That tall hair in that payshawl is called porcupine guard hair. The low hair is white-tailed deer hair. All of this hair is hand-stitched into a yarn base, and it's tied on by these very uncomfortable shoestrings I have wrapped around my neck. I do have beadwork on my headband, my medallion, my humpas, my moccasins I wear, and the beadwork is not traditional to the Lakota people. The beadwork came to us through trade, where the settlers traded the Lakota people for our gold. Now you can see I have a bone choker as a sign of protection, a bone breastplate as a sign of protection of the vital organs, protection of the neck in close combat and battle. Now, with this quill work, it was traditionally done by the Lakota women, where they would take the porcupine quills, soak them in water for half a day to soften those quills enough where they can flatten them with their teeth. At that time, after they would gather the natural colors from the earth, the berries and flowers, they would dye those quills colors of their choosing and hand stitch geometric designs, which the Lakota Nation were known for, into the buckskin war shirts or the buckskin dresses. Now that was the process. In this modern time, we dye our quills with that dye called rit dye, so that is why this quill work is much brighter. But the quill work is a lot less heavy than the beadwork. A fully beaded regalia can weigh twice or even 3 times as much as a quill regalia. Regalia cross is sewn into my breechcloth to represent the Star Nation. That is a geometric representation for the stars. Underneath my leg bands, you can hear that jingle sleigh bell, which is more of a contemporary item the dancers have transitioned to keep beat with that drum to stay on time. But traditionally, beneath that, we would use those deer hooves, as you can see, to make that clanky noise. And beneath that is the Angora sheepskin to represent the plumage of the prairie chicken's legs, and the humpas were composed by myself. It took me 6 months. My grandfather, Reverend Dr. Yellowhawk, he taught me how to make the moccasins. The eagle feathers that I wear on my head, on my eagle feather bustle on my back, the feathers that I carry, the eagle talon, they all come from the National Eagle Feather Repository located in Colorado. That repository is responsible for the tribal members who request the eagle feathers for dance or for ceremonial purposes. The park rangers will find those eagles that die from natural causes or get hit by motor vehicles, and they'll send those eagles to that National Eagle Feather Repository to get professionally cleaned. At that time, it is up to you to submit an application to the game fish and parks for your eagle feathers for dance or for ceremonial purposes, and provide them with your tribal enrollment number. After that, the repository staff will look at their long list of thousands of tribal members who request the eagle feathers for dance or for ceremonial purposes, and it's usually about a 4 to 5 year wait to receive your eagle feathers in the mail. Now, traditionally, to receive our eagle feathers was for an act of bravery in battle, or killing our first buffalo as a young warrior, or killing many buffalo, and for the women to take that buffalo apart for the first time so they can feed, clothe, and shelter the nation. This is why we earned our eagle feathers. Now, in this modern time, we receive our eagle feathers for modern day warrior acts, such as graduated from high school, graduated from college, serving in our armed forces, working with our communities for the better, winning high school basketball championships. We are acknowledged with an 8-pointed star quilt to take place of the buffalo robe, which we were traditionally wrapped in, and we are presented with that eagle feather from a mentor of our choosing. And at that time, we are advised to put those eagle feathers at home in a safe place to serve as a great reminder of our accomplishments so far in life. because throughout our life we may have come across many hardships. And whenever we encounter a hardship, we can take those eagle feathers out. We can say prayer, we can burn some sage and azaleas, I say smudge with the smoke of that sage. And that smoke will cleanse our soul, our body, our mind, and that'll get us through that tough time with the power of prayer and smudge. So the feathers that I've earned so far in my life are for education and youth work. I would like to share a Lakota prayer song with you now. Dance with us and feel the bravery of our Lakota ancestors. In the powwow circle, we keep our old stories alive. We stayed strong through tough times, keeping our dances and ways going. When you dance, you help keep our great Lakota spirit shining bright.
I'm proud to be Lakota and to dance with my relatives at the powwow. Feeling the drum beat and seeing everyone carrying on our ways makes my heart happy. It reminds me how great it is to be part of our tradition.
I like to dance with my family because it feels good. I like to dance because it makes my heart feel good, and I love my mom and dad